Because to be subconscious, it has to be below, step by step by step. When it crosses that line, then keep digging to find that message by admitting I'm wrong. The message that says in the subconscious, I do not exist.
Welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono with Alexander Noman.
Aloha, Alex here, and this is man disease part 2. It's the very next video I'm making and posting following man disease part 1. Makes sense. And this is riskier than part 1. All of my videos, I feel, are risky. And something's in my way. Okay. This one, more so because I am going to use a woman. The only thing I'm going to relate back to part 1 on is the reminder that this is Malama Aloha Pono jargon. And that the reason it's in single quotes man is because it doesn't have anything to do with gender. That's what I said in part 1. Now after that, this is its own, stands on its own, because I have in parentheses here segment 4, which is subconscious in Malama Aloha Pono, and I have very few videos on that, none thorough, because it's like, how am I going to squeeze it into a 10 or 12 minute video? There's so much that I want to say about that because of my history in that category, and so much resistance, because it's so powerful and it's so denied because of its part of it being invisible. There's the it carries messages that are below the consciousness, hidden and invisible, and yet so powerful in influencing my behavior. Dr. Carl Jung did so much and offered so much in there, but I try and stay simple for me. And I'm not going to get into any complications in there except for the message it brings when it comes to this subheading, what if I am wrong in this man disease? Because that's the attachment to being right is so prevalent, is huge. So this example I'm going to use is a woman on purpose, famous, pretty famous, for someone in the political realm. I'm not going to use her name, but it can be figured out. The first cabinet secretary, I'll even say it's Secretary of Homeland, Department of Homeland. I think that's what it is. Anyway, whatever it is, the first cabinet secretary that was fired recently could not in front of Congress, sat there with no ability to admit she was wrong on so many levels. Just couldn't go there. Kept being asked over and over again, will you admit that this was wrong? And she's not the only one. I'm just using her as one example because it was right after that. And it was because of the $220 million and all the videos and the advertisement, and she was making a big deal out of herself. That had something, but it was right after that she was fired. And I'm, in my opinion, saying that was behind when her being fired. When I a lot of times don't finish my sentences. When I do the same thing, have that resistance to admit I'm wrong, it doesn't turn out well. For her, it did not turn out well. She lost her job and everything that went with it. So I'm not wanting to point a finger here. I'm going to go straight to the end. That what was so powerful, what could be so powerful that there would be no ability to just simply say, yes, I admit that was wrong. Simply that, and get it over with. Same thing with another woman in the DOJ, the head of the DOJ. Inability to say it was wrong to call that person a terrorist, a domestic terrorist, when instantly after being shot and killed, with no evidence, instantly, and not be able to say, yes, that was wrong. Man disease. Because of why? There is a message in the subconscious buried, having so much power, saying what? Processes that are difficult to do for anyone I've ever seen, including myself, go through these processes. So difficult to do, result in learning this is the message below. And what happens with people who want to therapize and find out, well, what is the mistake is accepting a deeper conscious meaning and say, oh, that's the subconscious, when it's not. Because to be subconscious, it has to be below the consciousness. So these processes, difficult. But finally, step by step, when it crosses that line and goes underneath, then keep digging to find that message that says, I do, not by being wrong, but by admitting I'm wrong. The message that says in the subconscious, I do not exist. That's the message that has so much power that completely makes it impossible to, in the conscious, admit I am wrong. Until that can be known, that that's the message and be seen, that is a flat-out lie in the consciousness, brought to the consciousness, and say, that's a lie, it will control me. I can't say about her. I can notice that, but it's not about pointing a finger and saying, oh, look, how bad. No, it's a disease. It's not about bad. I have compassion. It's like there's something very traumatic behind that, but I can't do anything about her or him or anybody else. It's me that I have to see these subconscious things that are going on that are keeping me from admitting. It's not about the being. It's being so attached because there's something that's having power over me in the subconscious. It doesn't matter how much power, because when brought to the consciousness always has more power. Always. That's what Dr. Young found out. That's why I keep it simple for myself. I need to bring that lie to the surface so it can consciously be negated by the truth. I do exist. No, I'm not going to die by admitting I am wrong. Until next time, aloha.